Okay. Let us study regarding the governor chapter. Okay. Hand in hand, we will compare central government, state government. Under central government, there will be president, vice president, prime minister, council of ministers, and we'll discuss the parliamentary committees. When it comes to the state government, who will be the head? Governor. ಇಲ್ಲಿ president ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, central level ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ governor. Here the PM, here will be the CM. Okay, here the MPs will be there, and here they will be MLAs, MLCs. And here council of ministers at central level. Ministers at central level, here will be minister at state level. Hand in hand, we'll compare and we'll study that. Central government, state government. Yesterday we have discussed the president. Now, this president chapter and governor chapter, 90% it is similar. It is same. It is easy. Yeah, that's why we'll study the governor chapter now. Okay, the governor. Which is that article that is related to the governor? Here, the article related to the governor is that from article 153 to 167. 153 to 167. Article 153 to 167. In which part of the constitution the governor will be dealing with? State government. Governor will come under state government. It comes under part 6. Part 6 of the constitution. In the order of precedence, what is the rank of governor? Order of precedence. Just check that. 4th. Okay. Governor is the chief executive head of the state. Okay. The governor, he will be the chief executive head of the state. Rajikkedu. Yesterday you have written president is the head of the Indian state. President is head for throughout India. But governor will be the head for state or a states. Rajik Simita Euro. The governor will be. Okay. Just write down this. And governor will be he is also a nominal executive. De jure. Governor is also an agent for the central government. Okay. Here, the governor is the agent for the central government. Governor also acts as an agent of the central government. And yesterday we have discussed the union executive. Today we'll discuss the state executive. State executive. Who will be under the state executive? Ali PM idru, illi governor. Sorry, Ali president. Here there will be governor. Ali PM, illi CM. Ali council of ministers at the central level. Here council of ministers of state. Okay. Yes. Governor, chief minister. Have I written chief minister? Okay. Governor, chief minister, council of ministers, and advocate general of state. Advocate general of state. There we have written Attorney General of India. Attorney General of India is the highest law officer in our country. Highest law officer in our country is Attorney General of India. These are the highest law officer in our states, respective states. These people will defend the ruling party. Okay. You have already studied the cases. Dash versus Union of India, Dash versus State of Kerala, State of Punjab. Government ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಪಿಟಿಷನ್ ಫೈಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಕೇಸ್ ಫೈಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, these advocate, attorney general will defend the ruling party. ಅವ್ರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ವಾದವನ್ನ ಮಂಡನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ in the High Court or Supreme Court. Okay, they are like a savior for the ruling party. Understood? ಹೆಂಗೆ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಲಾಯರ್ಸ್ ಗಳು ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? Okay, the rich people, the businessmen, okay, those people will be having their family lawyers. The same way, these people will be having the different, for defending themselves, they are having the advocate. Understood? Who will be under the state executive? State executive consists of governor, CM, council of ministers at state level, advocate general of state. Concentrate here. Usually, in an original constitution, there will be only one governor for one state. In an original constitution, there was only one governor for one state. But with the help of 7th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1956, the same governor can be appointed for 2 or more states. ಒಂದು ರಾಜ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದೇ ಗವರ್ನರ್ ಇದ್ರು ರಾಜ್ಯಪಾಲರವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ. But with the help of this Constitutional Amendment Act, 7th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1976, now one governor can be a governor for the 2 or more state. Understood? Okay, just write down this. Try to write it in our own words, because the mains answer writing should be in our own words only, not a kind of bookish answers. Write down all these. Finish? Okay. In order to become the governor, what are the qualifications? Citizenship, age, and yes, yeah. Here, at least, in order to become a governor, at least they should be a minister or else an MP. Okay. Who is the governor of Karnataka? Tawarchand Gehlot. He is from Madhya Pradesh. He is the 13th governor of Karnataka. Previously, he was a leader of the upper house of parliament, that is Rajya Sabha. He served as a minister. Understood? ಈ ತರ ಇದ್ದವ್ರು ಮಾತ್ರ ಗವರ್ನರ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. At least these are the qualifications that is required. Okay, at least he or she should be a member of parliament. He or she should become a minister of the state or else central level. Antavru matra they are qualified. Okay, ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಜನರು without even becoming the MP or MLA or else minister, they can't serve these kind of designation. Understood? The common people can contest for, okay, common people can contest for the municipal elections, panchayat election, MLA, MLC, MP of Lok Sabha, MP of Rajya Sabha as well. But in order to become the president, not to become the governor, at least there is a minimum qualification. Understood? Common people galo directly president, directly governor ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. There is a specific qualification that is required. But in order to become an MP of Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, the common people can directly contest the election. In order to become an MLA, municipal corporator, ಮತ್ತೆ ಗ್ರಾಮ ಪಂಚಾಯತ್, ತಾಲೂಕ್ ಪಂಚಾಯತ್, ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ ಪಂಚಾಯತ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಂಬರ್ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾಮನ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಬಿಕಮ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಡೆಸಿಗ್ನೇಷನ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್, ಗವರ್ನರ್, at least minimum qualification is required. Understood? Okay, let us, already we have just studied this. Okay, avagle helda. Next, let us study the appointment of governor. A governor is neither directly elected by the people nor indirectly elected by the special constituted electoral college in the case of president. He is neither elected by the people. ಜನರಿಂದ ವೋಟ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಗೆದ್ದಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಇವರು, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. But they are directly appointed by the president under the hands and seal. There is no elections for the governor as like a president. Yesterday we have studied the presidential elections. It was indirect kind of elections. People will not vote directly. I will not vote directly. You will not vote directly for the president election. Who will vote for the president? Yeah, representative, ಜನಪ್ರತಿನಿಧಿಗಳು. ಯಾರು? Elected members of parliament, MLAs. Yes. ಅವ್ರು ಓಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ, ನಮ್ ಬದಲಾಗಿ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಓಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ. ನಾವ್ ಯಾರನ್ನ ಗೆಲ್ಸಿರ್ತೀವಿ, MPs ನ ಗೆಲ್ಸಿರ್ತೇವೆ, MLAs ನ ಗೆಲ್ಸಿರ್ತೇವೆ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಓಟ್ ಹಾಕೋದು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಇಂಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್? ಬಟ್ this governor will be appointed by the president by warrant under his hands and seal. Warrant ಅಂದ್ರೆ warrant issue ಮಾಡೋದಲ್ಲ, like the police issues. By warrant under hands and seal ಅಂದ್ರೆ they should obey the orders of the president. They should obey the orders of the parliament. That is what called as the meaning warrant under his hands and seal. Hands and seal ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೋಳ ಹಾಕೋದಲ್ಲ. Okay, ಅವ್ರ ಮಾತು ಕೇಳ್ಬೇಕು, because he will be the agent of the central government. Understood? Okay. And in the way he is the nominee of the central government. Then, but as held by the Supreme Court in 1979, the office of governor of state is not an employment under the central government. Supreme Court has clearly given the judgment, the order in 1979 that the office of the governor is not an employment. Understood? The employment like MLAs, MPs, those are employed. But constitutional head called as the president, governor are not called as employees here. They are called as constitutional head. Understood? ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಬೇರೆ ಸ್ಥಾನ ಇದೆ. ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸು, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Understood? And then it is an independent constitutional office, as I told you. Okay, and is not under the control of subordinate to the central government. See, governor should governor should take the advices from the central government, from the state government as well, and he is the agent of the central government. He is the agent for the president as well. Okay, but he is not employed under central government, or he is not employed under constitution. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೆಯೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. Okay, he is an independent constitutional of the governor office is just a constitutional office. It is an independent office. Okay, he is just a nominal executive, the nominal head in the state. Real power is vested in the hands of CM in the state. Real power ಯಾರ ಹತ್ರ ಇರ್ತದ? Chief Minister. He is just a nominal head. He will give an assent for the bill to become an act, the same like a president. Okay, ಆ ಕಾನೂನು ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಬೇಕು? ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್. ಬಟ್ ಅಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಒಂದು ಕಾನೂನು ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಒಂದು ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ದ ಅಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಗವರ್ನರ್. Next, qualification. He should be a citizen of India. Next, he should have completed the age of 35, the same like president. Then, additionally, 2 conventions have also developed in the regard over the years. ಎರಡು convention ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ, first and second convention rules that we'll see. The first convention is he should be an outsider. Outsider means out of the state. He should not belong to the bond state. ಯಾವ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೋ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಈ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತದೆ. ಬಟ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅದು ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, he should be an outsider, that is he should not belong to the state where he is appointed, so that he is free from local politics. Thawar Chand Gehlot is born in Madhya Pradesh. He is from Madhya Pradesh. If he becomes a governor in the Madhya Pradesh, then what will happen? The local politics will interrupt his power, or else he might support one of the political party. He might favor, or he might be against one of the political party. In order to have the smooth administration, that's why these governors will be appointed outside their bond state. Understood? ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಇವಾಗ ನೋಡಿ, ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಹುಟ್ಟಿ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಬೆಳೆದಿರ್ತಾರಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೊಂದು ಬೇರೆ ತರನೇ ಅದೊಂದು ಆರ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯು ಸೀನ್ ದಟ್? ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಹುಟ್ಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಬೆಳೆದಿರ್ತೀರ, ನಿಮಗೊಂದೊಂದು ಕರೇಜ್, ಒಂದು ಧೈರ್ಯ ಅದು. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂಡ್ ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಪೊಲಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿನ ವಿರುದ್ಧನೂ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಬಹುದು, ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಪೊಲಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿನ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಆ ತರ ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಗೆ ಧಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಇವ್ರನ್ನ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್? ಅದೇ ನೀವು ಹೊರಗಿನ ಊರಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಭಯ ಇರ್ತದೆ ತಾನೆ, ಯಾವ ಊರು ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಅದ ಸೇಮ್ ಫಾರ್ ದೆಮ್. ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪರೆನ್ಸಿ ಪೊಲಿಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಅಗೇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗೇ ಆಗ್ಬಾರ್ದು. ಒಂದು ಗವರ್ನರ್ ಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ ನ್ಯಾಯ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ these people are appointed outside the states. What if he is born in that Madhya Pradesh, and if he is, since from his childhood if he is supporting only one political party? Are you understanding? ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ಮಧ್ಯಪ್ರದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಪೊಲಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಚಿಕ್ಕ ವಯಸ್ಸಾಗಿಂದ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಬಂದಿರ್ತಾರೆ. when he becomes the governor, he might support that political party, or he might be against the opposition party, or else ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗುವಂತ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ರೂಲಿಂಗ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ he might support this, and ರೂಲಿಂಗ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಇಷ್ಟ ಇರದೇ ಇರೋದಿದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ ಬಿಲ್ಸ್ ಗಳು ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ that is a failure in the administration. That's why these people will be appointed outside. Understood? See, constitutional makers are so intelligent. ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ನ ಓದಿದ್ರೆ ಒಂಥರ ಎನ್ಲೈಟನ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ನಿರ್ವಾಣ ಆಗ್ತದ ಅದು. ಓಕೆ, ಅಷ್ಟು ಜಾಣರಿದ್ರು ಈ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನಲ್ ಮೇಕರ್ಸ್. ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಬರೆಯುವಾಗ ಇದೇ ತರನೇ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್, ವೈಲ್ ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಗವರ್ನರ್, president is required to consult chief minister of the state concerned. In order to appoint the governor, whose consent is required? Chief minister consent is required. In order to become, see, Tawarchand Gehlot was been appointed by the president during that time, but the concerned chief minister of Karnataka's concern have been taken. Understood? ನಮ್ಮ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ CM ಯಾರಾಗಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಅವಾಗ, ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ SR ಬೊಮ್ಮಾಯಿ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂಡ್ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಒಂದು ಕನ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಥಾವರ್ಚಂದ್ ಗೆಹ್ಲೋಟ್ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. Have you understood? Okay. And also, so that the smooth functioning of the constitutional machinery in the state is ensured. ನಿಮ್ ಮನೆಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಯಾರು ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ನ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬರ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರ. ಅಮ್ಮನಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರ ತಾನೆ, ಈ ತರ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದಾರೆ ನನ್ನ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಕನ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಟೇಕನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ CM as well. Because CM and governor should work hand together in order to have the smooth administration in that state. CM ಒಂದ್ ದಿಕ್ಕು, ಗವರ್ನರ್ ಒಂದ್ ದಿಕ್ಕು ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಕಾನೂನ ರಚನೆ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಬೇಕು. That's why. Understood? Then, however, both the conventions have been violated in some of the cases. Violated means the central government have appointed these governors in their bond states as well. In practicality, constitutionally ಈ ತರ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಒಂದು ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವೆನ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, those the governors are also appointed in their own respective state as well sometimes. Okay, it is everything under the hands of PM, Council of Minister. ಅವರೇ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Next, the constitution lays down the following conditions for the governor's office. Let us see what are the qualifications again. He should not be a member of either house of the parliament or a house of state legislature. If any such person is appointed as governor, he is deemed to have vacated his seat in that house on the date on which he enters upon the office of governor. ಗವರ್ನರ್ ಅಧಿಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋಕಿನ ಮುಂಚೆನೆ ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ರಿಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆ ಗವರ್ನರ್ ಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. Even though he is a member of either a parliament or else a state legislature. MLA ಏನಾದರೂ ಆಗಿರ್ಲಿ, MLC ಏನಾದರೂ ಆಗಿರ್ಲಿ, even he is a minister or MP, it doesn't matter. Okay, when he enters the office of governor, ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ he should resign and he should enter the office. As I told you, office of profit. ಎರಡೆರಡು ನಿಭಾಯಿಸಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ. Then he should not hold any other office of profit. Then he is entitled without payment of rent to the use of official residence, the Raj Bhavan. In every state there will be a Raj Bhavan. ಬಂಗ್ಲೋ ಇರ್ತದೆ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. ಓಕೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೇನ್ ಬಾಡಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇರಲ್ಲ ರಾಜ್ಯಪಾಲರೇ. ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯು ಸೀನ್ ದ ರಾಜ್ ಭವನ್? ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಚೆಕ್ ಇನ್ ಗೂಗಲ್, ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. ಕಾವೇರಿ ಭವನ್ is for CM. Raj Bhavan is for governor. Just check Karnataka's Raj Bhavan. Okay. It is a bungalow of the governor. Whoever becomes the governor, they can accommodate in Raj Bhavan. See, that Raj Bhavan was built during the British era itself. ಈ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಭವನ್ಗಳಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ ಮುಂಚೆ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ರಾಜ್ ಭವನ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ದೇರ್ ನಾವ್ ದ ಗವರ್ನರ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇ ಇನ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಸ್. Have you checked? Got the images? Okay. Check here. The next one. He is entitled to such emoluments, the salary, allowances and privileges as may be determined by the parliament. Parliament will decide what is the salary, what is the allowances that we should give for the governor. ವೇತನ ಮತ್ತು ಸವಲತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲನೂ, all the privileges, everything will be determined by the parliament. Next, when the same person is appointed as the governor for 2 or more states, the emoluments, that is the salary and allowances payable to him, is shared by the states in such proportion as determined by the president. If a governor is serving in only one state, the salary will be given by the state government itself, consolidated fund of state. If the governor is appointed if the governor is appointed for 2 or more states, the salary allowances will be divided between the states. Avaru barisbeku. One governor, if he is working in 2 states, double salary barodilla. Iವರು double. Iವರು ಒಂದು, what is the salary of governor? Just check. Is it 4 lakh or something? Just check. What is the salary of governor? 3,50,000. Okay. If he is the governor of Karnataka, then Karnataka government, that is consolidated fund of state, under that he will be paid 3,50,000. But if he is a governor for 2 or more states, half salary will be paid by the one state, other half salary will be paid by the other state. Allowances should be given by both the states as well. Understood? Then last one. His emoluments and allowances cannot be diminished during his term of office. Diminish means reduced. When he is into the office of the stipulated time, ಅವಾಗ ಅವ್ರ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿನ ಅಲೋವೆನ್ಸಸ್ ನ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. Understood? While he is appointed as a governor ಆಗಿ ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ his salary, his allowances cannot be decreased because he is not an employee. Understood? If he was an employee, ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಬಹುದಿತ್ತು. He is not an employee. Private companies ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ, if the performance is low, what they will do? Salary ಕಡಿಮೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. Same way ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಆತರ. Then oath. There, who used to, the president ಗೆ ಯಾರು ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು oath? For president, the CJI used to administer the oath. If not, senior most judge of the Supreme Court used to administer oath for the president. Here, the oath of office of the governor is administered by the Chief Justice of concerned state high court. Chief Justice of India, he is for entire India. Chief Justice of High Court will be only the chief for only that respective states. Okay. And in his absence, senior most judge of the High Court, whoever is available. Understood? Okay. Therefore, President who will administer oath? CJ. Here, for Governor, CJH. That is Chief Justice of CJC. Sorry. CHC. Chief Justice of High Court. CJHC. Just you can write it in your keywords. Okay. Don't get confusion. Finish. Next. Term of Governor's office. The tenure of the term of the president was 5 years. But there is no stipulated fixed tenure for becoming the governor. Okay. Till the pleasure of president, he will hold the office. ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಇಷ್ಟ ಇರ್ತದನೋ ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ತದನೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಅವರು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಗವರ್ನರ್. ಓಕೆ. ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗೋಕಿನ ಮುಂಚೆ ಅವ್ರ ಹಿಂದೆ ಯಾರಿದ್ದಾರೆ? PM and Council of Ministers. And if there is much friction between CM and governor, okay, if it is affecting the PM and Council of Ministers as well, governor will be transferred for other state. Understood? The governor hold office for a term of 5 years from the date on which he enters upon his office. Usually it is 5 years, but it is not mentioned in the constitution. Unruled law idu. However, his term of 5 years is subjected to the pleasure of a president. President ಅವರಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಇಷ್ಟ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೋ ಅವರು ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಅಧಿಕಾರನ ಹಿಡಿದಿರ್ತಾರೆ. Next, further he can resign at any time by addressing the designation for whom? President. Governor can give the resignation letter for the president. The Supreme Court held that the pleasure of the president is not justiciable. The governor has no security of tenure and no fixed term of office. Supreme Court held that pleasure of president is not justiciable. ನ್ಯಾಯಯುತವಾಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅದು. ಬಟ್ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಗವರ್ನರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ನೋ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಟೆನ್ಯೂರ್. ಯಾವಾಗ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಗವರ್ನರ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ಡ್ ಅಟ್ ಎನಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅದರ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ or he can be removed at any point of time. No special majority, nothing kind of majority is needed for removing the governor. Understood? Okay. And why? Because he is not elected directly or indirectly by the president. Our elections illa andre ಅವ್ರು ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟೀಸ್ಗಳು ಬೇಕಾಗೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನೋ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ, ನೋ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ, no special majorities, because he is neither elected by the people nor elected indirectly also. Elections ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ governor post ಗೆ. Understood? Next, he may be removed by the president at any time, as I told you. Next, the president may transfer a governor appointed to one state to another state for the rest of the term, if there is a 5 years of time. And if he is working as a governor for 3 years in one state, he can be transferred and he can continue the rest of the period. That is 2 years he can work in other states as well. And he can be reappointed as well. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಗವರ್ನರ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಸೇವೆ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಗವರ್ನರ್ ಆಗಿ ಸೇವೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಬಹುದು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಟೈಮ್, ಥರ್ಡ್ ಟೈಮ್. It depends totally on the president. Okay. Further, governor whose term has expired may be reappointed in the same state or any other state. Okay. If there is a good, smooth administration with the CM and Council of Ministers of the state and the PM and Council of Ministers at the union level, ಎಲ್ಲರ ಜೊತೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯವರಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇವ್ರು ರಿಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗೋ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ. ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಘರ್ಷಣೆ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು with the CM or a PM. Understood? Next, powers and functions of the governor. Yesterday we have discussed the 7 powers for the president there. Illi 4 powers ಗಳಿವೆ. Okay, which are not included in this? No. Military power. Next, military power, diplomatic power, emergency power. These 3 powers are not included here. Understood? Executive, legislative, financial, judicial power. Let's see those. Firstly, executive powers. Executive powers. Executive power. Under executive power, all the executive actions of the state will be taken under his name itself. They are also the same way. All the executive action of the central government will be taken in the name of the president. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಅವ್ರ ಹೆಸರಲ್ಲೇನೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗವರ್ನರ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, and governor will appoint whom? CM. Governor will appoint whom? Council of Ministers. Okay, the same way that. Ali president used to appoint whom? Prime Minister, Council of Minister at central level or union. Okay, here the governor will appoint whom? The CM, Council of Ministers at state level. Ministers will be at central level also, ministers will be at state level also. Okay. These kind of designations, it is easy for understanding for the men, but for women, they will not understand. Governor, CM, PM, MLAs, MLCs. Highly confusion ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಾ. Ministers will be there at central level also, minister will be there at state level also. Okay. Rajnath Singh is the minister at central level. He is the minister of defense. Lakshmi Hebbalkar, minister of state level. Okay. Ithara. There will be a ministers at the respective state government also, ministers at the central government level also. Next, governor will appoint CM, other ministers. Then also Advocate General of State. Here Attorney General of Governor will appoint whom? State election commissioners. State election commissioners. There, President will appoint whom? Chief election commissioner and 2 election commissioners. Governor will appoint chairman and members of SPSC. Governor will appoint the chairman and members of SPSC, NIMMA, KPSC. KPSC chairman, KPSC members. Those people will be appointed by the governor. Illi badre, President will appoint whom? Yes, chairman and members of UPSC. Governor acts as the chancellor of university in the state. Whichever the universities are there in state level, for them, who is the chancellor? Governor. Who is the vice chancellor? For every university, there will be a vice chancellor. VC. Have you heard the name or not? All the decisions, rules and regulations for making the university, okay, in order to have the smooth administration, in order to run the university, totally for that, the head will be the VC. Yes, educational university. We are having Bangalore University, GKVK, UAS, that is University of Agriculture Science, Mysore University, VTU. For all the university, there will be a vice chancellor. For each university, VTU one vice chancellor, UASK one vice chancellor, University of Agriculture Science, GKVK. The same way for Bangalore University. ಈ ತರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿಗೂ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಒಬ್ರು ಚಾನ್ಸಲರ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದೇ ಗವರ್ನರ್. ಓಕೆ, ದ ಗವರ್ನರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದ ಚಾನ್ಸಲರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟೀಸ್. ಎಲ್ಲ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿಗೆ ಚಾನ್ಸಲರ್ ಒಬ್ರೆ, ಗವರ್ನರ್. Vice chancellors will be different people. Governor will appoint vice chancellors. Governor will appoint vice chancellors of universities. See, each university, okay, there are different types of universities. Central level universities, state level universities, private universities, deemed universities. For these kind of every universities get owned on the vice chancellor. Understood? Finish? Next, legislature. Legislature or legislative powers. Legislative powers. Yesterday, what we have discussed in legislative powers there? Yes. Yes. There, the president used to summon or prorogue the sessions. The state there is the sessions in the parliament. Here, the governor will summon and prorogue the state legislatures. ಕರೆಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುವುದು ಅಥವಾ ಸೆಷನ್ಸ್ ನ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಿಸೋದು. ಟೋಟಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ದ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಗವರ್ನರ್. Understood? Write down there. Governor can summon or prorogue the state legislature. Governor can summon or prorogue the state legislatures and dissolve the state legislative assembly. Their president used to summon or prorogue the parliament, both houses of parliament. ಲೋಕಸಭಾ MPs ಗಳು ಬರ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು, ರಾಜ್ಯಸಭಾ MPs ಗಳು ಬರ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಬರ್ಬೇಕು, ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಈ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಷನ್ ನಡೆಸಿ, ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ or ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ. That will be done by the president there. And the president can dissolve the Lok Sabha. ಮನೆ ಕಡೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆಲ್ಲ ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ದಟ್, ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ಕಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಇವರು. ಸುಮ್ನೆ ಹಂಗೆ ಮನೆ ಕಡೆ ಕಳ್ಸಲ್ಲ, ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡೋದಲ್ಲ. ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ದ ಹೌಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಲೋಕ್ ಸಭಾ, ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ದಟ್ ಹೌಸ್. ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಟೋಟಲಿ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ದಿ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ. ನೀವು ರೂಲಿಂಗ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾ, ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಅ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ. ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ಇರ್ತದೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ರೂಲಿಂಗ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ opposite ಪಾರ್ಟಿದವರು, they will go for the alliance, they will become the ruling party. See, that's the PM is the leader of the ruling party. Here, the opposition leader, he is a leader of opposition party, and virtually this opposition leader is also called as alternate PM. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇವ್ರು ಏನಾದ್ರು ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ರೂಲಿಂಗ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಇರ್ತದೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪವರ್ ಆಳ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ? ದ ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ opposition party will be an alternate PM. ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಿಭಾಯಿಸಕ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಇವ್ರದ್ದು ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ಹೋಯ್ತಾ, ರೂಲಿಂಗ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿದವ್ರದ್ದು, ಬಿಜೆಪಿದವ್ರದ್ದು, ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಟು ರೂಲ್. Okay, even the opposition party leader is having that much of power. Okay, ಜನಸಾಮಾನ್ಯರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ ಇದು. Okay, next one. He and she can address the state legislature at commencement of the first session after general election and first session of each year. Yesterday we have discussed. And the second point, there the president used to address the parliament after the general election. ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ಬಂದಿರ್ತಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಲೋಕಸಭಾದವರು, MPs ಗಳು, ಅವಾಗ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. Here the same way, after the elections of the state legislative assembly, after the elections of the state legislative assembly, ಯಾರಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಲೆಜಿಸ್ಲೇಟಿವ್ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿನಲ್ಲಿ? MLAs ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಂದಿರ್ತಾರೆ ವಿಧಾನಸೌಧಕ್ಕೆ. Who will address? Governor. Every year there will be a sessions. The first session will be addressed by the governor every year. Budget session. Yes, January start ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದು. Okay, see, let me explain you. There are 3 types of session, BMW. Start ಆಗೋ ಸೆಷನ್ February ಗೆ. February to May or June. Okay, just let me check that. Next monsoon, I think it's September to October or November. Okay, this is November to December. Financial year in the we should not take that. The first session in that year, not a financial year. That will start with the budget session. Budget session Monday ne agodu first week of February. But a haldi de adu idu anta ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ celebrations, that will start in the month of January itself. Yes. Sudden sarkar bidoytu. Okay, if the suddenly if the one of the house, sorry, either the Lok Sabha anta ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ, if the Lok Sabha gets dissolved, suddenly there will be an elections. After the elections, there will be interim budget, temporary budget. Permanent budget is for 1 year. Interim budget is for half year. Understood? ಈ ತರ ಇರ್ತದೆ. Election time May ವರೆಗೂ, ಯೂಶಲಿ ಮೇ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲಾದು. ಮೇ ವರ್ಗಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಬಜೆಟ್ ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. 6 months, ನಾಟ್ ಮೇ, 6 months ಆಗೋಷ್ಟು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 6 months ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಈ ತರ. Okay. Election held in February, result will come in September.
Election someday result will come in February. Then the first session will be session for that to announce the government.
Elections, see, after the elections, within 5 days or 1 week, nalle election result out agbeku. Understood? Election result will not take long months. This time, the Lok Sabha elections of 2024, that was hantavagi election nadsidru, 5 or 7 stages idvu. It took around about 1 to 1.5 months. Okay, 5 to 6, 3 to 4 ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳನ್ನ ಸೇರಿಸಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ one day election ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 3-4 days ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೆ 3-4 ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್, ಈ ತರ ಆಯ್ತು. ಓವರ್ ಆಲ್ throughout India, election not been held in only one time for Lok Sabha. Time told maximum is 1.5 months itself. Okay, and see here, financial year will be starting in the April. They will announce that budget in the month of February first week, and ಜಾರಿಗೆ ಬರೋದು ಯಾವಾಗ, April 1st to March 30th ಇರುತ್ತೆ, March 31st. But if there is an election in that year, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಓನ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ 6 months ಗೆ ಅದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಮಂಡನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದು ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡ್ ಆಗಿರತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೊಸ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಮಂಡನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೆಪ್ಟೆಂಬರ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಅಕ್ಟೋಬರ್ ನವೆಂಬರ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ದ CM ವಿಲ್ ಅನೌನ್ಸ್ ದ ಬಜೆಟ್, ಇಂಟರಿಮ್ ಬಜೆಟ್. ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು, March 31st ವರೆಗೂ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೆಪ್ಟೆಂಬರ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಯ್ತಂದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಮತ್ತೆ ಟೋಟಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಪ್ಟೆಂಬರ್ ವರೆಗೂ 1 ವರ್ಷದ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಅನೌನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Till this one, March 31st.
Then the November opening session. Then the governor will present the session.
Yes. Okay. After the general election, first time adnu announce ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. And budget time ನಲ್ಲಿ every time the governor will address, the president will address. ಅದು ಆಗ್ಲೇಬೇಕು. ಅದು budget session, it doesn't mean that February ನಲ್ಲೇ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಮಾರ್ಚ್ ನಲ್ಲೇ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಂತಲ್ಲ. They have made set of guidelines, the rules. February ನಲ್ಲೇ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅನೌನ್ಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. But after the election, if they wanted to announce the budget, it might be at any month. But till only this much, March 31st ಲಾಸ್ಟ್, ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗಷ್ಟೇ ಅದು ಬಜೆಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಬಜೆಟ್.
Which is the first session? Which is the first session and when the government will present?
After the general election, after the result, okay, everybody will come. They should take the oath. All the MLAs should take the oath there. Or MLA ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ MLC ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ MLAs. Okay. The State Legislative Assembly of the Bihar, after the results, okay, they will come and they should take the oath. Okay. ಅದು first day, ಅವತ್ತಿನ ದಿನ governor will be present to address. Then ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ನೇನ್ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಅನೌನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಹೊಸ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಅದು, MLAs ಹೊಸ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಅದು ಇವಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಮತ್ತೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, when they wanted to announce the budget, then again governor will preside. Understood? Okay. Previous year, okay, previous year ಅಲ್ಲ 2 years back ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ, Karnataka government, CM Siddaramaiah has announced the budget in the month of September. Election ಆಗಿದ್ದು May ನಲ್ಲಿ. ಮತ್ತೇನಾಯ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 2 months ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಮಂಡನೆ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಟಿಲ್ March 31st ವರೆಗೂ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್? ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಅದು ಬಜೆಟ್ ಅನೌನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಫೆಬ್ರವರಿನಲ್ಲೂ ಒಂದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫಾರ್ 1 year, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 1 year. ಅದು ಯಾವಾಗ ಜಾರಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ? 1st April to 31st March ಆಫ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್. ಈ ವರ್ಷ March 31st ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಅದು, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಈ ತರ. ಓಕೆ, ಎವ್ರಿ ಬಜೆಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಫಾರ್ 1 year. ಇವಾಗ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಸಾಮಾನು ತಗೊಂಡ್ ಬಂದಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಸಾಮಗ್ರಿಗಳು 1 ತಿಂಗಳಿಗೆ ಆಗುವಷ್ಟು, ಸೇಮ್ ವೇ ದ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ಫಾರ್ 1 year. Budget, that expenditure, that income will be calculated in the financial year of April 1st to March 31st. April 1st of 2025 to March 31st of 2026. Next year 31st March ವರೆಗೂ. Understood? Okay. Next. Governor can send message to the House or houses of state legislature with the respect to the bill pending in the legislature. ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಬಿಲ್ಸ್ ಗಳು ಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ he will address and he will send a message. ಯಾವ ಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ ಬಿಲ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Next, governor can appoint a member of the state legislative assembly to preside over the proceedings of the offices of both the speaker and deputy speaker fall vacant. If the speaker and deputy speaker, that seat is vacant, then governor can appoint any of the member in that state legislative assembly. Okay, there will be a speaker, there will be a deputy speaker. ಅದೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಡೆಸಿಗ್ನೇಷನ್ ಖಾಲಿ ಉಳಿದಿತ್ತು, ವೇಕೆಂಟ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು MLAs ಗಳು ಇರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಆ MLAs ನಲ್ಲೇ ಒಬ್ಬರನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೀನ್ ನಿಭಾಯಿಸು, ಯು ಬಿಕಮ್ ದ ಪ್ರಿಸೈಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಲೆಜಿಸ್ಲೇಟಿವ್ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ very important. Governor nominates 1/6 of the members of the state legislative council, MLC. MLC are appointed, MLCs will be elected through different types. MLC ನ ಗೆಲ್ಸಕ್ಕೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು ವೋಟರ್ಸ್ ಗಳು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅವ್ರು ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. 1/6 of the members, okay, 1/6 of the voters, 1/3, 1/12 ಈ ತರ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದು. Okay, that I will just teach you in state government chapter. Okay, here MLAs ಗೆ MLCs ಗೆ ವೋಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಗಳಿದೆ. ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಗಳೇ ಇರಬೇಕು. Okay, at high school teachers ಗಳೇ ಇರಬೇಕು minimum. The minimum high school teachers can vote for MLCs. And ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ, at least minimum ಒಂದು ಡಿಗ್ರಿನಾದ್ರೂ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. Those voters can vote for the MLCs. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ, the members of the panchayat municipalities, they can vote for the MLCs. And there is another section, MLAs can also vote for the MLCs. Okay, last one, nomination. the governor will nominate certain MLCs. How the president nominates 12 members to the Rajya Sabha, here also governor will nominate certain members for the MLCs. Rajya Sabha is upper house there. 12 members are appointed there. Here, State Legislative Council, MLC, that is also an upper house. And ಅಲ್ಲೇನೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಜನದ್ದು. That is 1/6 of the MLCs, total MLCs. Okay, that too, they should be particularly experienced in the fields of science, literature, art, social service. Another one is cooperative movement. Okay, another one is cooperative movement. Is there any doubt in this? Okay, governor can nominate 1/6 of the members of SLC, that is State Legislative Council, who is having the special knowledge in the field of SALS and cooperative movement. Okay, next point. Next, regarding the bills. Okay, there the president has 3 types of power. One is to give an assent, to withhold, to return. The same way for the governor as well. Okay, let us study that as well. Okay, just put that. Regarding the bill, concentrate here. Let us take the Karnataka government. Okay, we are having how many houses? 2 houses, that is State Legislative Council. MLAs will be there here, MLCs will be there. Let us take one bill. This bill can be initiated either in this house, or this bill can be initiated either in this house. ಎಲ್ಲಾದರೂ initiate ಮಾಡಬಹುದು first. And if the bill is passed in this house, then it will be sent for the next house, that is State Legislative Council. There also with the help of majority, ಇಲ್ಲಿನ voting ಮೂಲಕನೇ pass ಆಗಬೇಕು. Then this bill will be sent for the governor. If governor gives an assent for the bill, it will become an act. ಕಾನೂನು ಅವಾಗ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಜಾರಿಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡ್ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. ಇವ್ರು ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಅದನ್ನ ರಿಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಕಾನೂನು ಜಾರಿಗೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಅಲ್ಲೇ ರದ್ದಾಗ್ತದೆ. That much of power they are having, president and governor. Now let us take the Tamil Nadu government bill. Okay, Tamil Nadu. Okay, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಲೆಜಿಸ್ಲೇಟಿವ್ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇದೆ, ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಲೆಜಿಸ್ಲೇಟಿವ್ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರಪೋಸಲ್, ಓಕೆ, ಪ್ರಪೋಸಲ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಬಿಲ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರಪೋಸಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ದಟ್ ಪ್ರಪೋಸಲ್, if it is passed in state legislative assembly or that bill, then it will be sent for the governor directly. This house is not there in Tamil Nadu, not required. Voting illa, ee house illa alli. Directly who will be there? Only the MLAs. Okay, if they pass with the help of majority, it will be sent for the governor, and if the governor gives an assent, it will become an act. Understood? Our house, our Karnataka government is having bicameralism. Tamil Nadu is having unicameralism. Which are the states that is having bicameralism? Karnataka, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, UP, Bihar. Two houses nallೂ pass ಆಗಬೇಕಲ್ಲಿ. Then it will be sent for governor. Okay. Now, what are the powers the governor will be having? Three types of powers. The bill can be given and firstly, assent for the bill, assent to the bill, then withhold the bill. Third one, return the bill. Yesterday, whatever we have discussed, okay, he can return the bill. Once he returns the bill for the state legislatives, assembly and council, they are having the right to amend, or without amendment, they should again pass that bill. Then, after passing that bill again, then it will be sent for the governor. During this time, governor must give an assent. The same like your project report. Respective faculties ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ, ಲೆಕ್ಚರ್ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಸಬ್ಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೋಗಿರ್ತೀರ. ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್, ವಾಟ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಡು, ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಯು ಟು ಡೂ ದ ಚೇಂಜಸ್. ಹೇಳ್ತಾರ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಓಕೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ತಿದ್ದುಪಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬರ್ತೀರಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಕೆಲವೊಬ್ರು ಅಂತ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೋಗಿರ್ತೀರ, ಸಾಕಪ್ಪ ಸಾಕು ಇವ್ರು ರೋದನೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ದ ಸೇಮ್ ವೇ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್. ಓಕೆ, next there is a fourth one, that is some of the bills are kept for the president to sign. ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಬಿಲ್ಸ್ ಗಳಿದೆ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾರ್ಡಿನರಿ ಬಿಲ್ಸ್ ಗಳವೆಲ್ಲ. those bills are okay reserve bills ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. some of the bills are reserved for the president for consideration. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಲೆಜಿಸ್ಲೇಟಿವ್ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿ, ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಲೆಜಿಸ್ಲೇಟಿವ್ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಗವರ್ನರಿಗೆ ಕಳ್ಸಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಗವರ್ನರ್ ಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಗವರ್ನರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಸೆಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಬಿಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಅಸೆಂಟ್. ಇದು ಯಾಕೋ ನನ್ಗೆ ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡೌಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಬಿಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ ದ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್, or if this bill is of the national importance, or if this bill is against the larger interest of country. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಜನಗಳಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಹೌದಾ? ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗದೆ ಇರುವಂತ ಕಾನೂನನ್ನ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಲೆಜಿಸ್ಲೇಟಿವ್ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿ, ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಲೆಜಿಸ್ಲೇಟಿವ್ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, that governor will not give an assent, directly will send for the president. Understood? ಜನರ ವಿರುದ್ಧವಾಗಿ ಇವ್ರೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಕಾನೂನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ, ನುಂಗಕ್ಕೂ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಉಗ್ಳಕ್ಕೂ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಟೈಮ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಕಳ್ಸಿಬಿಡ್ತಾರ ಅವರು. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಾಲಿಟಿ ಇಸ್. ಅದನ್ನ ರಿಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೂ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ರಿಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡದೇ ಇರೋಂಥ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಸೆಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್. ಎನಿವೇ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ದ ಪವರ್, ದಿಸ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ವಿಟೋ ಪವರ್, withholding and everything. But sometimes if it is against the will and wish of the state people or the national interest against agittu antandre, it will be reserved for the president sign. Understood? And also dealing with compulsory acquisition of property under article 31A of the constitution, regarding the property. Okay, if the state government wanted to acquire the property of thousands of acres of land, ನ ಮುಟ್ಟುಗೋಲು ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಆ ಬಿಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ಆ ತರ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಗವರ್ನರ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗಿವ್ ಅನ್ ಅಸೆಂಟ್ or withhold also. But sometimes governor will send directly for the president. Let the president take the decision ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. Is there any doubts like this? No. Some of the bills will be reserved for the president. These are the state government bills. These are reserved for the president also. ಯಾವ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, if that bill is of national importance, if the bill is against the If the bill is against the larger interest of the country, and if it is against the provisions of the constitution ವಿರುದ್ಧವಾಗಿ ಇವ್ರೇನಾದ್ರು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರ ಕಾನೂನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರ, and also another one opposed to the DPSP. If this law, if this bill, whatever they have passed, if it is against the DPSP there are principles. If this bill is against the principles of DPSP, then during that time it will be reserved for the president. Understood? Next one, that is governor can promulgate ordinances when the state legislature is not in session. Yesterday we have studied the ordinances, Sugriwadle, temporary laws. When state legislative assembly in Karnataka, that is MLAs in Karnataka, that session and this session MLC, if both the sessions are absent, is not going, then governor can promulgate, ಘೋಷಣೆ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು temporary laws ಗಳನ್ನ. ಈ ತರ same like that. Next, is there any doubts in this? Legislative powers? No. Next, financial powers. What you have written in financial powers?
The president should be assigned
Financial powers.
money.
Annual financial statement, budget. Financial power ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Budget should be laid in front of state legislative assembly. Okay, statement budget, ali central government budget. Same way, money bill will be introduced in a state legislature only with the permission of prior recommendation. If they want to pass the money bill, then what? Prior permission should be taken from the governor. No demand for grant can be made except for his or her recommendations. ದೇಣಿಗೆ sanction ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Next, contingency fund will be sanctioned with the help of governor's consent only. Then, for every 5 years, finance commission will be constituted. At the state finance commission will be constituted. Next comes the judicial powers. Governor is consulted by the president while appointing the judges of concerned state high court. Concentrate here. President will appoint Supreme Court judges, state high court judges as well. Okay. Supreme Court judges na appointment ಮಾಡೋರು governor. High court judges na appointment ಮಾಡೋರು, Supreme Court judges na appointment ಮಾಡೋರು president. State judges ಗಳನ್ನ appointment ಮಾಡೋರು, high court judges ಗಳನ್ನ appointment ಮಾಡೋರು president. But concerned recommendations and advices should be taken from the governor as well. President ಅವರು ಹಂಗೆ ಒಬ್ಬರೇ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Okay, concerned state governor recommendation ತಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಕನ್ಸಲ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Next, governor makes appointment, postings, promotion of the district judges in consultation with the state high court. There are district judges, there are district courts. In every district court there will be district judges. District judges promotion ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, transfer ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ and appointment ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ the governor will take the consultation of the state high court as well. State high court ನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದೇ judges of high court. Understood? Transferring of high court judges will be in the hands of president. Transferring these district court judges will be in the hands of governor. Off again. What is the difference between president and governor's power in terms of pardoning power? ಏನೇನಿದೆ?
cannot forgive for debt service. Forgive the debt service.
Okay. See, president can pardon for death sentence, but governor can't pardon for death sentence. ಡೆತ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ನ ಕ್ಷಮ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಪವರು ಗವರ್ನರಿಗೆ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ. And whatever the punishment the court martial has been given as judgment, it can be pardoned by the president there. But whatever the court martial have given the judgment, that cannot be pardoned by the governor. Court martial, ಮಿಲಿಟರಿ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವಂತ ಪನಿಷ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನ ಕ್ಷಮ ಮಾಡೋ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಇದೆ, ಬಟ್ ನಾಟ್ ದಿ ಗವರ್ನರ್. That is what regarding the pardoning power difference between president and governor. Is there any doubt still now? We have completed the governor's chapter. Okay, just take a break. We'll continue after 10 to 15 minutes. Okay. Now we will discuss the PM, that is under central government. We have discussed president now from central government. Again, we have just studied the state governments, that is governor. But now again we'll shift it for the central government, that is PM. He is a real executive. Okay, let us study this. Prime Minister. Okay, before that, let's study the vice president. Okay. Vice president. Under central government, again, we'll discuss the vice president. He is the second highest officer in our country. Okay. In the order of precedence, second highest will be the vice president. Vice president position vacant ಇದ್ರೂ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ India administration, but a president post ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, every time it should be filled. It should not be vacant. If the president post is vacant, vice president acts as a president. And also, it is not mandatory to have a vice president also in India, but it is mandatory to have a president in India. It is all, and also it is mandatory to have a PM, CM. Okay, but the vice president, it is mandatory, but it can be vacant for several months. But president out of the position, it can't be vacant for several months in India. It should be filled by either of the people. Vice President ಆದರೂ ಆಗಿರಲಿ, Chief Justice of India ಆದರೂ ಆಗಿರಲಿ, or Senior Most Judge of Supreme Court ಆದರೂ ಆಗಿರಲಿ. Let us study the election of the Vice President. The Vice President, like the President, is elected not directly by the people with the help of indirect election. The same yesterday what I told, single transferable vote. Okay, and he is elected by member of an electoral college consisting of both members of House of Parliament. Okay, let us study who are the voters for the Vice President of India. Here, the voters for the Vice President election is that the elected and nominated members of the Parliament. Nominated members. Now they are included here. The 12 members of Rajya Sabha. There it was not included in presidential election. Here the nominated members are also included for presidential election. Next. It does not include the members of state legislative assemblies and the elected members of the state legislative assemblies are included in the president. Okay. All MLAs galu used to vote for the president election. Here there is no requirement of MLAs because vice president will be the chairman of what? Rajya Sabha. Then why there is a requirement of MLAs to vote? Are you understanding? This is just a logic. For the vice president election, who will vote? Elected and nominated members of both the houses, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. But here, no MLAs are required. No state legislative assembly is required as a voter. Okay, just write down this. And write down this also, single transferable vote. Proportional representation, single transferable vote. It is a method for conducting the elections of vice president in India. Finish. Next, let us study the qualification for becoming the vice president in India. Now, to become the vice president in India, these are the qualifications. First, the citizen of India. Next one is again the 35 years of age. Next, to be qualified for election as a member of Rajya Sabha. They have not mentioned Lok Sabha here. They have mentioned Rajya Sabha. Why? Because he will become the chairperson of the Rajya Sabha. That's why he should be equivalent. Next, he should not hold any office of profit under the union government or state government or any other local authority or public authority. Next, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಡೆಸಿಗ್ನೇಷನ್ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು. ಈ ಒಂದು ಡೆಸಿಗ್ನೇಷನ್ ಇರುವಾಗ okay, whoever becomes the vice president of India, just write down there itself. Okay, whoever becomes the vice president of India, automatically he will be an ex officio chairman of Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha will be presided by Speaker. Rajya Sabha will be presided by the Vice President, that is ex officio chairman of Rajya Sabha. For this, no election, but for this, there will be an election. For the designation called Vice President, there is an election. But for this one, there is no election. Automatically, Vice President, whoever becomes the Vice President of India, automatically he will get the other designation as ex officio chairman of Rajya Sabha. Understood? Here, there is no election for this designation. Next. But a sitting president, even the president can become a vice president. A sitting president or vice president of the union or governor of any state or ministers of state or union is not deemed to hold any office of profit and hence qualified to become a candidate of the vice president. Sitting vice president ಅವರು ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನಾಗಬಹುದು, he can become a vice president again. Sitting president can also become a vice president in future. Ministers can also become a vice president. Okay. ನೀವು ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆದವ್ರು ಮತ್ತೆ ವೈಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಾರ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಕೆಳಗಿನ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಅದ ಅದು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದರ ಅರ್ಥ sometimes if the president, there are certain ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಟೈಮ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಪದವಿ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೋಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ 5 years ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಕಾಂಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ for the same presidential elections. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೋತೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೊಂದು ಪದವಿ ಬೇಕು, ಜನರ ಸೇವೆ ಮಾಡೋದಾಗಿರ್ಲಿ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಅನ್ಸಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾವುದು ಕೆಳಗಿನ ಡೆಸಿಗ್ನೇಷನ್ ವೈಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್. ಅದಕ್ಕಾದ್ರೂ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಾಂಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್? ಬಟ್ ಅದು ರೇರ್ ಕೇಸಸ್. ನಾಟ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಸಿಟಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ will be a candidate for the vice president in future. It depends on the respect as well. ರೇರ್ ಕೇಸಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗೋದಿದು. ಕೆಲವೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರಲ್ಲ, ಅಥವಾ ನಾಮಿನಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿರಲ್ಲ, ಟಿಕೆಟ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿರಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಆ ಒಂದು ರೂಲಿಂಗ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಅವ್ರ ಅಪೋಸಿಷನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾಂಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿ ವೈಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್. The oath of the office to the vice president is administered by the president or some person appointed in that behalf by the president. Usually, president will administer the oath. Okay. Next, term and vacancy. Here, the vice president holds a term for 5 years from the date on which he enters upon his office. ಆಫೀಸ್ಗೆ ಬಂದ ಅವತ್ತಿಂದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ದಿನ ಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಆಗಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಅವತ್ತಿನ ದಿನದಿಂದ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಟಿಲ್ ಫಾರ್ 5 years. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಓದ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾರ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಓದ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ ದಿನಾನೇ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಕೂಡ್ಸಿ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ. ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯು ಸೀನ್ ದಟ್? ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯು ಸೀನ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್? ಎಸ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದಾನೆ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆದ್ರು ಅಥವಾ ವೈಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆದ್ರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, however, he can resign from his office at any time by addressing the resignation letter to president. Who will administer the oath for the vice president? President. For whom he should give the resignation? President. Next, a formal impeachment is not required for his removal. A removal process is there. That is not called as impeachment. That is called as just removal. That removal process is done with the help of effective majority. Already we have discussed in previous class. What is that? He can be removed by resolution passed by the majority of all the then members. I have already discussed. Wherever in M. Lakshmikant you see all the then members, that shows that it is effective majority. ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಡ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನನ್ನ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಬೇಡಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಆಲ್ ದ ದೆನ್ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ಬೈ ದ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸಭಾ ಅಂಡ್ agreed to by the Lok Sabha. This is very important one. Okay, let me give you the clarification. In order to remove the vice president in India, just concentrate, don't write. In order to remove the vice president in India, it should be passed, it should be initiated, that removal resolution should be initiated only in Rajya Sabha, because he is answerable only to the Rajya Sabha, because he is the chairman of Rajya Sabha. ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಇನಿಷಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು? ಅದು ರಿಮೂವಲ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ ರಾಜ್ಯಸಭಾ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. Then it will be sent for the Lok Sabha. Okay, this means that this resolution should be passed in the Rajya Sabha by an effective majority and in Lok Sabha by a simple majority. Very important. In Rajya Sabha we need effective majority, but in Lok Sabha we need simple majority. It must be noted here that the effective majority in India is only a type of special majority, not a separate one. That is not important. Okay, this resolution can be introduced only in Rajya Sabha, not in Lok Sabha. Removal procedure should be started only in Rajya Sabha. It should not be initiated in the Lok Sabha. Once they pass this removal resolution with the help of effective majority in Rajya Sabha, then it will be sent for Lok Sabha. In Lok Sabha, they need only simple majority, not the effective majority there also. Very important, just write down in your keywords. This is a statement they will ask you in your prelims. ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಎರಡು ಕಡೆ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಾ ಇನ್ ಲೋಕಸಭಾ ರಾಜ್ಯಸಭಾ, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ರೈಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ ಯೋರ್ ಓನ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್. ಇವತ್ತು ನೆನಪಿರುತ್ತೆ, 6 ತಿಂಗಳಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನೆನಪಿರಲ್ಲ. I have already updated the playlist. Just go through that, all the videos. Finish? Next. Next. But no such resolution can be moved unless at least 15 days advance notice have been given. Okay, ನನ್ನ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡ. And notably, no ground has been mentioned in the constitution for his removal. Okay. Constitutionally, removal procedure have been mentioned, but on what grounds the vice president can be removed? It is not mentioned. Is it based on a misbehavior or incapacity? That is not mentioned. Okay. Removal procedure, effective majority for Rajya Sabha, simple majority for Lok Sabha. It has been mentioned, but on what grounds? That is not mentioned in the parliament. Sorry, in a constitution. Okay. And the vice president can hold office beyond his term of 5 years until his successor assumes charge. He is also eligible for re-election to that office, and he may be elected to any number of terms. ಎಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷ ಬೇಕಾದರೂ ವೈಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು with the help of elections. Is there any doubt? For removal process, at least 14 days prior notice should be given. Next, let us study the vacancy. When the vacancy is going to be caused by the expiration of the term of sitting vice president, an election to fill the vacancy must be held before the expiration of the term. 5 years irutte alva, the tenure of the vice president. Before completion of the 5 years only, the Election Commission of India should conduct the election of the vice president. Ade heladnala, 4 years, 8 months, 4 years, 10 months. Okay, ಇನ್ನೇನ್ 2 months ನಲ್ಲಿ expiration ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Before that, Election Commission of India should conduct the election. 3 months or 4 months before itself. Okay. Next, if the office falls vacant by resignation, let me explain you. See, we know this expiration date 5 years ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಅವ್ರು ಯಾವಾಗ ರೆಸಿಗ್ನೇಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೋ, ರಿಮೂವಲ್ ಅಥವಾ ಡೆತ್ ಆರ್ ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅನ್ಪ್ರಿಡಿಕ್ಟೆಡ್. For that, then the election is to be filled, vacancy should be less than, then election to fill a vacancy should be held as soon as possible after the occurrence of the vacancy. Suddenly, Jagdeep Dhankar was been ill health. He has resigned. As soon as possible, Election Commission of India elected the elections of the Vice President, and Vice President have been elected in India within 1 or 2 months. Have you understood? The newly elected Vice President remains in office for a full term of 5 years from the date he assumes the charge. ಯಾರೇ ನೀವು ವೈಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ಎಷ್ಟು ಅವಧಿ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಫಾರ್ 5 years. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂಡ್ ಇನ್ನೂ ಓವರ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಏನ್ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಜಗದೀಪ್ ಧಾಂಕರ್. ಓಕೆ, ವಾಸ್ ಬಿನ್ served for the tenure of 3 years. The rest year is 2 years. Already election have been conducted for the vice president. Who is the vice president now? Present vice president? CP Radhakrishnan. Okay, and ಅವರು ಬರೀ 2 years ಇರಲ್ಲ, his will be for 5 years. He is a newly elected person. 2 years ಇರಲ್ಲ, 2 years ಇನ್ನೂ ಉಳಿದಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. Understood? Next, powers and functions of the vice president. By this, we have completed this chapter. Powers, functions of the vice president. Concentrate here. The functions of the vice president are twofold. ಏನಿದೆ? ಎರಡು functions. ಒಂದು, he acts as a ex officio chairman of Rajya Sabha. In his capacity, his powers and functions are similar to those of the Speaker of Lok Sabha. We are having Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha will be presided by the Speaker. Rajya Sabha will be presided by the Vice President. He will be a ex officio chairman of Rajya Sabha. Speaker equivalent to who? Then, in this respect, he resembles the American Vice President, who also acts as a chairman of Senate, the upper house of the American legislature. In America, there are two houses. One is lower house, one is upper house. The upper house is called as Senate. How we call the Rajya Sabha? ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸಭಾ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಅಪ್ಪರ್ ಹೌಸ್, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆನೆಟ್ ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. There will be also lower house. The name of the lower house is Congress. ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಪಾರ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾರ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾರ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಲೋವರ್ ಹೌಸ್ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೆಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಹೌಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆರ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಚೆಕ್. ಆರ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ಸ್ ಹೌಸ್. House of Representatives. Okay. Congress is Parliament. Congress ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪೊಲಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಅಲ್ಲ. House of Representatives. Okay. Next, he acts as a president when the vacancy occurs in the office of president. President ಏನಾದರೂ vacancy ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ office, he will fill that. And he can act as a president only for the maximum period of 6 months, within which a new president has to be elected. If the president designation is vacant, within 6 months, Election Commission of India should conduct the elections. ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಟೈಮ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ವೇಕೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನ ಫುಲ್ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಇವರಷ್ಟೇ. Okay, within 6 months, again the new president should get elected. And further, when the sitting president is unable to discharge his function due to the absence, illness, or any other cause, the vice president discharges the functions until the president resumes his office. If the president is ill health or absent, ಓಕೆ, ಅವಾಗ ಯಾರು ನಡೆಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ? Vice President will act as a president. Again, if the president becomes healthy, then she can assume, he or she can assume the charge. Understood? Temporary ಆಗಿ ಇವರು ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್, ವೈಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಅವರು ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ. Next, last slide, that is, while acting as the president or discharging the functions of president, the vice president does not perform the duties of the office in the chairman of Rajya Sabha. Very important. While he is acting as the president, he can't be the chairman of Rajya Sabha there. He can't preside the Rajya Sabha there. ಯಾರು ಪ್ರಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಇನ್ನ? ಡೆಪ್ಯೂಟಿ ಚೇರ್ಮನ್. Understood? The constitution is not fixed. Sorry. Okay. During this period, those duties are performed by the deputy chairman of Rajya Sabha. There will be chairman, deputy chairman. While this vice president is acting as a president, he can't preside the Rajya Sabha there. But ಅವರು absent ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಈ ಡೆಸಿಗ್ನೇಷನ್ ನ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, who will handle this Rajya Sabha then? Deputy chairman will handle that. The constitution has not fixed any emoluments for the vice president in that capacity. How the governor is getting the salary, the emolument of 3,50,000, the same way for vice president it is not fixed. ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾವ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ? He draws the regular salary in his capacity as the ex officio chairman of Rajya Sabha. Okay, whatever the ex officio chairman of Rajya Sabha salary is there, that he will get. ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? It is the salary he draws. It is 4 lakh. President is having the salary of 5 lakh. Vice President 4 lakh. Governor 3.5 lakh. By this we have completed the Vice President chapter. Let me send you the notes. You just go through that and you can ask the question. I have sent it in a group. Just cross check that. Glance it for 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. We'll start with the Prime Minister chapter. Complete it today. Okay. The next chapter, that is Prime Minister. Okay, let us study the Prime Minister. Prime Minister is called as de facto executive. Okay. De jure executive, president. De facto executive, prime minister. Okay, just write down that. It is also called as real executive authority. A real executive authority. A real executive authority. Just write down that real executive authority, arrow mark, de facto executive. PM is also a head of who is the head of the state? President. He is a head of the government. Okay. Next, appointment of the Prime Minister. The Constitution does not contain any specific procedure for selection and appointment of Prime Minister. There is no any specific procedure. For President, there is a President election. That is single transferable vote. For Vice President is also there is an election. The same single transferable vote. But for PM, there is no specific selection, no specific election. A positioning election illa. But how he will be appointed, that I will just explain. Okay. Article 75. Yesterday we have discussed Article 74. What is that? Article 74 in President chapter. Yes. The President, the advice given by the Council of Ministers headed by the PM is binding on the president. Okay. Here, Article 75 says that Prime Minister shall be appointed by the President. That's it. Prime Minister will be appointed by whom? President. However, it does not imply that President is free to appoint anybody as a Prime Minister. In accordance with the convention of parliamentary system of government, President has to appoint the leader of the majority party in the Lok Sabha as the PM. But when no party has a clear majority in Lok Sabha, then the president may exercise his personal discretion in selection and appointment of prime minister. It shows that whoever becomes the leader of the one of the political party, if they get a majority, then that leader will be appointed as PM. If there is no majority, then they will go for the alliance. Then they will become the PM. See, when they go for the alliance, the leader of each political party should support one person to become a PM. ಅವರಲ್ಲೇ ಜಗಳ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇವಾಗ ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ಜೊತೆ 3-4 political parties have been aligned. Okay. If that political party leader tells that ನಾನು PM ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅವಾಗ president will select ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬರನ್ನ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Yes, in that coalition only. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹುಮತ like unanimously one should be selected for becoming the PM. Think that there are 3 to 4 political party. Every political party has having the own leaders of that. And when they go for alliance, adon desire irtadalla. I also wanted to become a PM ante. Okay, then there will be a lot of confusions and clashes between the leaders of political party that I wanted to become a PM. During that time, president will select one leader for becoming the prime minister. ಆಗೋದ್ರು ಇವಾಗ PM, then they should show the majority. That is confidence motion. ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇವಾಗ PM, ಜಗಳ ಮಾಡಾದ್ರೂ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇವಾಗ. But within 1 month, they should show the majority. That is confidence motion. ಬಹುಮತ ತೋರಿಸಲೇಬೇಕು. Is to become a to become a prime minister, is it compulsory to become the leader of the Lok Sabha to become the PM, or else even the Rajya Sabha as well? Can leader of Rajya Sabha become the PM? No. He should be the member of parliament. Okay, parliament means only Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha? Either. Okay. In order to become the PM, he should be a MP of either Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. Can you give me the example who has been elected as the PM even though he was the MP of Rajya Sabha? Yes. Then ಮಣ್ಣಿನ ಮಗ ಟೈಟಲ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಎಸ್, HD ದೇವೇಗೌಡ. ದೆನ್ ಒಬ್ರು ಇಬ್ರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಂದಿರಾ ಗಾಂಧೀಜಿ. Okay, she is also. Okay, these were the MPs of Rajya Sabha. They became a PM. Okay, but in practicality, 90% of the chances that is for a leader of Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha MPs ಗಳ ಆಗೋದು Lok Sabha MPs will become the PM. Rare cases ನಲ್ಲಿ Rajya Sabha MPs ಗಳು they will become the PM. When it comes to the CM, usually MLA will become a CM. In rare cases ನಲ್ಲಿ MLC will also become the CM. Example, Sadanand Gowda. Okay, Sadanand Gowda was the MLC during that time. He became a CM. Okay. See, in such a situation, a president usually appoints the leader of the largest party or a coalition in the Lok Sabha as a prime minister and asks them to vote of confidence in the house within a month. See, when the Lok Sabha, let me explain you with example. BJP in the second tenure, okay, that is in 2019, second term nalli, 2014 nallu majority bandidru. Leader of that political party was Modi. He became a PM. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಮೋಷನ್ ತೋರಿಸೋ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ದೇ ಗಾಟ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ, 300+ ಸೀಟ್ಸ್ ನ ಗೆದ್ದಿದ್ರು. ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್ ವಾಸ್ 272, ಬಟ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ವನ್ 300+ ಇನ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ 2014 ಅಲ್ಲಿ. 2019 ಅಗೇನ್ 300+. Again, no requirement of confidence motion. But in this 2024, there was a collision. They didn't get a majority as a single party. Then they went for a collision. Then within a 1 month, they have shown the confidence motion. Then they started to continue the governance as a ruling party. Within 1 month, when a person becomes a PM, within 1 month, he should show the confidence.
Either the Congress will show the majority.
They can also. See here, there is an agreement with the coalition party. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಬಾಯಿ ಮಾತಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು coalition ಆಗ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಬೇಕೊಂದು ಏನಾದ್ರು agreement. Okay, there will be agreement with these political parties that will be joining hands with this BJP ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. Okay, then with the help of that ಏನಂದ್ರೆ in parliament, in Lok Sabhadalli, there will be a confidence motion that will take place within 1 month. There will be a voting. Okay, majority should be more than 272 seats. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಅವತ್ತಿನ ಕೈ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು ಮುಗಿದೋಯ್ತು. The opposition party will be having the right during that time to show the majority. Our majority ತೋರಿಸ್ರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ they will become the ruling party. Next. This discretion was exercised by the president for the first time in 1979. Yaudu? Confidence motion. This confidence motion was been first used in which case? In Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy, when he became the president, he was appointed the PM. Who was appointed as a PM during that time? Charan Singh. Sanjeeva Reddy was the president. Charan Singh was the prime minister. ಇವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಸಂಜೀವ ರೆಡ್ಡಿ, just show me the confidence motion ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ for the Charan Singh during that time. Because ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಜನತಾ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ, it was been after the fall of the Janata Party headed by the Morarji Desai. Morarji Desai was the prime minister. ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಬಿತ್ತೋಯ್ತು, ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂಡ್ ಚರಣ್ ಸಿಂಗ್ ಬಿಕೇಮ್ ದಿ PM. ಅವಾಗ ಅವರು ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಮೋಷನ್ ತೋರಿಸಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ತೋರಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ರು. Next one, in 1997, the Supreme Court held that a person who is not a member of either house of the parliament can be appointed as the prime minister for 6 months. Even though if he is not a member of Rajya Sabha, if he is not a member of Lok Sabha, he can also become a president. Sorry, he can also become a prime minister. But the maximum tenure will be only for 6 months. First time idu bandid yavaga? 1997. Within which he should become a member of either house of the parliament if he ceases to be a prime minister. I can also become a PM tomorrow. I am not a MP of Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. Okay, even a common person can also become a PM for 6 months, but I should show the confidence motion. Okay, and also along with that, I am having the deadline of only 6 months. Within that 6 months, I should become MP of either Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. Understood? ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು MP ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಸಾರಿ ಒಂದು PM ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಒಂದು CM ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಗೇಮ್ಸ್ಗಳಿದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಬಿಹೈಂಡ್ ದಟ್. ಸಿ ನಾಟ್ ಟು ಬಿಕಮ್ MP, CM, 2 ಮತಕ್ಷೇತ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರು ಕಾಂಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯು ಸೀನ್? In 2 constituencies, they will contest the election. ಒಂದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಸೋತೋದ್ರು ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಆದ್ರೂ ಗೆಲ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. There is a laws for that. It is legal. Okay. Best example CM ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯ 2 ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಗೆಲ್ತಾರೆ. PM as well. ಮೋದಿಜಿ ರಿಸ್ಕ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಇಂಥ ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಿಡೇಟ್ಸ್ಗಳು. ಲೈಕ್ PM ಡೆಸಿಗ್ನೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಿಡೇಟ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ, ರಾಹುಲ್ ಗಾಂಧಿ, ಮೋದಿ, ಹಿಯರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಯಡಿಯೂರಪ್ಪ ವಾಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್. ಅದು ಆಯ್ತು. ಓಕೆ, ಈ ತರ ರೂಲಿಂಗ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಒಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿದವರು ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಿಡೇಟ್ಗಳು CM ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಿಡೇಟ್ಗೆ 2 ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರನ ಚೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರು. ಓಕೆ, ರಿಸ್ಕ್ ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ if they won in both the constituency also, they will resign in one constituency. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ರಿಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ವಿನ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ 2 ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ, ಒಂದ್ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರನ ಚೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರನ ಬಿಟ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ದೇರ್ ದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ವಿದಿನ್ 6 months. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂಡ್ ಸಮಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, the leader of the house, even though one in ಒಂದೇ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂನ್ಸಿ or 2 ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂನ್ಸಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಸೋತಿದ್ದು ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ಇದೆ. And they also become a CM or a PM. But in practicality, sometimes ಮುಂದುವರಿಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ನ 4.5 years. In order to continue for 4.5 years, ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರೂ ಅದು ವೇಕೆನ್ಸಿ ಇರ್ತದಲ್ಲ ಆ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ within that 6 months. Sometimes, let's just take the example of PM. Okay, if any of the candidate become a PM, even though he is not a member of Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha, but in that 6 months, if there is any vacancy in any of the constituencies throughout India, he can contest in that. ಯಾವುದೋ MP ಸತ್ತೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ, if any of the MP has been dead, or any of the MP have been removed, or any of the MP have been resigned, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವೇಕೆನ್ಸಿ ಇರೋ ಸೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ವೇಕೆನ್ಸಿ ಇರೋ ಅಂತ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಾಂಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್. ಆರ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಉದಾಹರಣೆಗಳು, ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಘಟನೆಗಳು ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಉಂಟು. ಕಾರ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ಗಳಾಗೋಗುತ್ತೆ, MP ಗಳದ್ದು ಸತ್ತೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ, ವೇಕೆನ್ಸಿ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, ಇವರಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಂಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, there is a conspiracy that these people have made an accident in order to have the elections or a seat. Okay, politics ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೇದು ಕೂಡ ಕೆಟ್ಟದ್ದು ಕೂಡ. ಓಕೆ, ಆ ಗದ್ದುಗೆ ಏರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ sometimes there is these kinds of conspiracy lead to something else. ಆಗ್ಲೇಬೇಕು ನಾನು. ಸಿ ಇಫ್ ದೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ವೇಕೆನ್ಸಿ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ರಿಸಿಗ್ನೇಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಫೋರ್ಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನೀನು ರಿಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡು, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವೇಕೆನ್ಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಕಾಂಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ದಟ್. ಇದು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಾಲಿಟಿ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಟೈಮ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಮಮತಾ ಬ್ಯಾನರ್ಜಿ in West Bengal, she failed to win in her constituency. She became a CM. For 6 months irutte deadline, 6 months ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇದೆ. Even though she failed, even though she lost that election, she became a CM there because majority ಇತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಗೆ. ಅವ್ರ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಗೆ ಬಹುಮತ ಇದೆ, ಬಟ್ ಅವ್ರು ಗೆದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ ಆ ಮಹಿಳೆ. ಅವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, she became a CM. And one of the MLA or MLC, he resigned. A post khali aagtu. Then she has filled that, she won that election, she became she has continued that seat as a CM. How it goes? Next, oath. The president administers the oath for the prime minister. The term of prime minister is not fixed. 5 ವರ್ಷ ಇರಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ. But he holds office during the pleasure of president. That means that until they are having the majority, he will become a PM. If the majority is lost, PM should resign. Okay. For becoming MP, there is a tenure, fixed tenure. If you want to be a MP of Lok Sabha, it is for 5 years. If you want to become a MP of Rajya Sabha, it is for 6 years. For that, there is a fixed tenure. But for becoming the CM or for becoming the PM, there is no fixed tenure. They will serve till the pleasure of president. They will serve till the pleasure of governor. And
Majority of the people, they will also do it.
ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮನೆ ಕಡೆನೆ.
Then 5 years, they also don't.
No, again the election, fresh election. PM ಅನ್ನೋರು ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ? ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇರೋವರೆಗೂ. PM ಅನ್ನೋರು ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ? ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ಇರೋವರೆಗೂ. Until they have majority, he will be serving as PM. If he loses the majority, automatically he should resign, or that house will be dissolved. Understood? Have you seen that PM, CM ಏನ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ. They should take the support of Council of Ministers. ಇರ್ಬೇಕು ಬೆನ್ ಹಿಂದೆ, ಬೆನ್ನೆಲ್ಬಾಗಿ ಅವರು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವ್ರ ಡೆಸಿಗ್ನೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಅದೊಂದು ಪವರ್. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನೋ. Next, however, this does not mean that president can dismiss the MP at any time. Sorry, PM at any time, so long as the MP enjoys the majority support in the Lok Sabha, as I discussed. Until he have a majority, he will be in a safe zone. Next, he cannot be dismissed by the president. However, if he loses the confidence in the Lok Sabha, he must resign or president can dismiss him. If he loses the confidence motion, he will be dismissed. Confidence motion will be shown by whom? Ruling party. After the elections, in order to become a ruling party. No confidence motion will be initiated by the opposition party. But you have a confidence ತೋರಿಸ್ಬೇಕು, majority ತೋರಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. Next, powers and functions of the Prime Minister. Prime Minister relation with the Council of Ministers and Prime Minister relation with the President. Okay, let us study this and we'll study the Article 74 or 75 again and wind up the class. Okay, first, Prime Minister relationship with the Council of Ministers. The Prime Minister recommends person who can be appointed as minister by the president. Let me explain you. Okay. Once a PM discharges his duty, within that month, he should give the list of ministers for the president to appoint the ministers of the union. Minister list ಯಾರು ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು? PM. ಇವ್ರ ಸೈನಿಕರ ತರ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ಗಳು. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇವರೇ ಬೇಕು, ಈ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇವರೇ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ that list will be listed by the PM. Understood? There will be MPs in Lok Sabha, MPs in Rajya Sabha. ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯವ್ರನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಬರುವಂತ, ಬಿಜೆಪಿಗೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಬರುವಂತವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ಶಿಪ್ ನ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. Okay, so and so you just become a minister for this department, you become the minister for this department. That list will be given for the president. President will appoint the ministers. These ministers will take the oath in front of the president. Minister, they will be behind the PM or else CM. ನೋಡಿದೀರಾ? ಬೆಳ್ಳಂ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಈ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರು CM ಮನೆಗೆ ದೌಡಾಯಿಸಿದರು, ಬೆಳ್ಳಂ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ PM ಮನೆಗೆ ದೌಡಾಯಿಸಿದರು. ನೋಡಿದೀರಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಟೆಂಪಲ್ ರನ್ ತರ ಇವರು ರನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, CM ಹಿಂದೆ PM ಹಿಂದೆ. ಯಾಕೆ? ದೇ ವಾಂಟ್ ಅ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ಶಿಪ್ ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಅಂಡರ್ ದ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ PM. ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟಿಗೆ ಹೆದರಲ್ಲ. ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟಿಗೆ ಹೆದರಲ್ಲ. ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಹೆದರ್ತಾರ? ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್. Prime Minister can transfer that minister at any point of time. Prime Minister can remove this person from the minister list. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ PM ಇಂದ ಇರೋದು ಅವರು, CM ಇಂದ ಇದು ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಇರಲ್ಲ. Understood? Okay. See, he recommends person who can be appointed as minister by the president. The president can appoint only those persons as ministers who are recommended by the prime minister. President ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗೋರ್ನ solely he or she can't choose. Whatever the list that is given by the prime minister, ಅವ್ರನ್ನೇ minister ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Understood? ಇವ್ರು ನನಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ರಿಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಏನ್ ಹೆಸರು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೋ those names in the list that should be appointed as the ministers. President can't deny that. Because why? Prime Minister is the head of the government. In order to run the government, he needs a people, that is Council of Ministers. ಒಂದ್ ರಾಜ್ಯನಿಗೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬಲ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಸೈನ್ಯ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು ತಾನೆ, ಮಿಲಿಟರಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ತಾನೆ. ದ ಸೇಮ್ ವೇ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಅದು ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ PM can successfully run the government. Next, he allocates and reshuffles various portfolios among the minister. The Minister of Defense, Minister of External Affairs, Minister of Home Affairs, Finance Minister, Minister of Road and Transport. There are different types of minister. Okay, he can reshuffle those ministers as well. One the minister in the non department go akbodu, reshuffling, transferring, or removing that person from the minister post. Okay, and he can ask a minister to resign. Who? Prime Minister can ask the person to resign and also advise the president to dismiss him in case of difference of opinion. PM ಇಷ್ಟ ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ತೆಗ್ದಾಕಿ ಇವ್ರನ್ನ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ತೆಗ್ದಾಕೇಬೇಕು. ಯಾರು? ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಅವರು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, he presides over a meeting of Council of Ministers and influence its decisions. Group of Council of Ministers should be responsible for PM. Okay, all the meetings will be conducted with the help of PM itself. Next, he presides over, okay, this one has finished. He guides, directs, controls, coordinates the activities of all the ministers. ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ಗೂ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ. ಹಿಂಗೆ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು, ಹಿಂಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. Okay, and also he coordinates with them. He can bring about the collapse of the Council of Ministers by resigning from the office. ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ PM ಏನಾದ್ರು ರಿಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಅವರ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂದ ರಿಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. Understood? PM ಇಂದಾನೆ ಆದವರು ತಾನೇ ಇವರೆಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ PM ಇಲ್ದೆ ಹೋದ್ರಾಗ ಇವ್ರುಗಳು ಏನಾಗ್ಬೇಕು? ದ ಟೀಮ್ ವೈ ದೇ ನೀಡ್. ನೋಡಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೋಡಿ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ PM ಗೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಮೋಟಿವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯು ಸೀನ್ ದಟ್? ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯು ಸೀನ್? CM ಗೂ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ವಿ ಆರ್ ವಿತ್ ಯು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ಗಳು. ನಮ್ಮ ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ ನೀವು. ಓಕೆ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಮೋಟಿವೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ನಾವು ನಿಮ್ಮಿಂದ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಯು ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ಫುಲಿ ರನ್ ದ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಅವ್ರು ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ರಿಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಇವರು ರಿಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲೇಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಈ ತರ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ನೋಡಿ, PM candidate, he should be mentally strong. He should be having that strength. ಓಕೆ, ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ಒಟ್ಟುಗೂಡಿಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಒಂದು ಗವರ್ನೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಇವತ್ PM ಆದ್ರೆ ನಾಳೆ ರಿಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಇಟ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ ಬಿ. ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂದ ರಿಸೈನ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ನಾಟ್ ದ MP ಪೋಸ್ಟ್. MP ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಫಾರ್ 6 years, 5 years or 6 years. ಜನರಿಂದ ಆಯ್ಕೆಗೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರು, ಅದನ್ನ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಹೈಯರ್ ಡೆಸಿಗ್ನೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ MP, ಮೆಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಪಾರ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ Next designation is minister. Minister designation ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಆ ಕುರ್ಚಿ ಅಳ್ಳಾಡುತ್ತೆ. It is not permanent. But MP post is like permanent for 5 years or 6 years. Next, Prime Minister relation with the President. He is a principal channel of communication between President and Council of Minister. It is the duty of the Prime Minister. Next, he advises the President with regard to the appointment of important officials like Attorney General of India, CAG, that is Comptroller and Auditor General of India, Chairman of UPSC, Chairman and members of UPSC, Election Commissioners, and Chairman and members of Finance Commission. All the names will be recommended by the Council of Minister and PM that will be given for the President to appoint them. ಇವ್ರನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರು ರೆಕಮೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಇವರೆಲ್ಲ ಹೆಸರನ್ನ? Who will recommend is their names? Council of Ministers and PM, Prime Minister. Finish? Next, last one, that is Article 74-75. Yesterday already I have discussed 74, that is there shall be a Council of Minister with the Prime Minister at their head to aid and advise the President, who shall in exercise his functions in according to that such advice. However, the President may require a Council of Ministers to reconsider such advice, and President shall act in accordance with the advice tendered after such reconsideration. The Council of Ministers headed by the PM, they will recommend the advices for the Prime Minister, for the President. President is not having the power to reject those. President is not having the power to deny those advices. But President can ask these Council of Ministers and the Prime Minister for reconsideration of that matter. Reconsider ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋ ಏನೋ ಈ ತರ ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಗಿದೇ ಬೇಕು, ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇದನ್ನೇ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದಾಗ ಇವ್ರು ಮಾಡ್ಲೇಬೇಕದ್ನ. Understood? Next, Article 75, that is Prime Minister shall be appointed by the President and other ministers also shall be appointed by the President on the advice of Prime Minister. The minister shall hold office during the pleasure of President. Minister ಆಗಿರಲಿ, Prime Minister ಆಗಿರಲಿ, they will hold their office till the pleasure of President. But Minister can give a resignation for the Speaker of Lok Sabha. Sorry, the MP can give resignation for the Speaker. Minister can give the resignation for the PM.
For the minister post.
For minister post. For MP post of Lok Sabha, it is for Speaker. For MP post of Rajya Sabha, it is for Vice President. He is the chairman of the chairman of Rajya Sabha. ಅವ್ರು ಯಾರು ಹೆಡ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೋ ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಿಸೈಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ ಯಾರು ಇರ್ತಾರೋ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. And that the Council of Ministers shall be collectively responsible for House of People. That is Lok Sabha. How many members are there in House of People? 543. In Lok Sabha, how many members are there? 543. How many Council of Ministers will be there totally? Not more than 81. Okay. The strength of Council of Ministers will be less than 81. Okay. It is 1/3 of the strength of Lok Sabha. Total strength of Lok Sabha. 1/3 ಮಾಡಿ 543 divided by 3. It is 1 divided by 6.
90.
It is not. Just give me a minute. Yes. The total ministers, that is Council of Ministers, cannot exceed 15% of the total strength. It is not 15. It is 15%. 15%. See here. What is the total strength of Lok Sabha? 543. Into 15 divided by 100. It will be 81, less than 81, including PM. And the ministers, the Council of Ministers can be from Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Ministers can be from Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, but the strength of ministers should be only from the Lok Sabha. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? 81 ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ, a specific number that is taken from the strength of Lok Sabha, but the ministers can be from both the houses. Is there any doubts? And these ministers are responsible for the Lok Sabha anta ಇದೆ. If the MP of Lok Sabha questions for concerned minister, they should be responsible for answering regarding their minister department. Minister of Home Affairs ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಇಶ್ಯೂ, ಅಮಿತ್ ಶಾ should be answerable for that. ಈ ತರ all these ministers are responsible, are answerable for what? Lok Sabha. He can also answer in Lok Sabha because he is a minister. Understood? He is having the minister, the department. He is answerable in any of the house. Understood? Especially the Lok Sabha. ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಕ್ವಶನ್, they should answer. Okay. Pleasure of president ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗೋವರೆಗೂ ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟಿಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಅಂತ ಆತರ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ PM ಅಂಡ್ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್. ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಹಿಂದೆ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಅಡ್ವೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಯಾರು ಇರ್ತಾರೆ? PM ಅಂಡ್ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್. ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅದು ಇಂಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ, ಬಟ್ ದೇ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ದೀಸ್ ಪೀಪಲ್. ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಇದೆ? ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. When president is having the right to appoint these people, president is having the right to remove these people. You remove ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ prime minister and council of minister. That's why these are the real powers. ಯಾರು? Prime minister, council of ministers. When these people are real powers, they will recommend a name for the president to remove this person. ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ PM ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಜೊತೆ ಇವರೆಲ್ಲ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ತಾರೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಇವರು ಸೇಫ್. PM ಜೊತೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ರಿಲೇಶನ್ಶಿಪ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ at any point of time prime minister can recommend for the president to remove this person. Okay, that's why with the PM they should have a good relationship. With the council of ministers they should have a good relationship anta ಹೇಳಿ. Understood? The same way for CM and council of ministers as well. ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. Then they can continue their work. If not, they will recommend a name for removing. Is there any doubt?
In counter of minister, Jaishankar is the minister, but he is the Rajya Sabha. When the question is asked in the Rajya Sabha, here is given response for the House. Then how can he answer and how is he responsible?
If there is any national importance issue that is going on in a Lok Sabha, there are three types of questions that they can ask. Stayed question, unstayed question anta barutte nodi. Short notice. Through that, they should answer. Even though in Lok Sabha.
You should come here and
Yes. Or else, he can come here and answer, or else, ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ with the help of notice. Okay, answer. Written answer in the ಕಳಿಸ್ಬೋದು. Okay. And also along with that, let me tell you again one more thing. If the Prime Minister resigns, Council of Ministers also should resign. If the Council of Ministers, they resign from the MP post, if they lose the majority, all these 543 people, House will be dissolved. That is what the majority we need. 272. 81 ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಇವರು. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ 10-20 ಜನರು ನಾನು MP ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂದಾನೇ ರಿಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವರು ಎಲ್ಲ ಮನೆ ಕಡೆನೆ.
at that time they can another party with the show majority
They can get.
They also don't have complete majority.
Yes. If they also don't have majority, again the re-election, fresh elections. Understood? Okay. By this we have completed the Prime Minister chapter. Tomorrow we'll continue the CM and Council of Ministers of State and Union. Okay. Yes, we'll wind up the class.